Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Wednesday, the 7th of January. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my tactical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I've learned from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. This is a video for paying subscribers at chartingthemarkets.substack.com. It's published on YouTube after a delay of 24 hours. All right, okay, we are doing pretty well. On the roadmap I was talking about on Friday, we're actually almost there across the board. We haven't quite made a new all-time high on ES, but we have done it on SPX. No meaningful divergence at the moment. Nothing on Qs. Qs, we've finally, laggard though it is, we've finally managed to break up from this flag, and that's got a target up at a retest of this high here, up here at about the 925 area, I think. So, and I'm thinking it's going to make that target. Are we close to an all-new all-time high? Not even close, but we don't necessarily need to make that. And also, the other thing is that unless Qs can catch a bid, and that's beginning to look at it kind of doubtful, then this is the fuel for the retracement, which I'm thinking is probably going to be coming soon, and may dominate January. We shall see. RTY, we've broken up and we're getting closer to a retest of the all-time high, which is great. YM has already made a new all-time high. We do have possible 60-minute sell signals brewing on RTY and YM. On DAX, we've got a weak 60-minute sell signal fix, which is, I suspect, in the process of filing at the moment. And we've got a 60-minute sell signal fix on ESTX as well. There are some indications that we're going to see some retracement today, but of course, in terms of the historical stats, this is a 67% bullish day. So I'm leaning towards seeing that, and we do have targets tantalizingly close above, which we're very close to getting to, and which I'm thinking we're probably going to make. Okay, in terms of IWM, we have reached the daily upper band, which is great. It's finally got off its arse and is moving. We've got a very nice looking flag here that broke up, and we are pretty close to a retest of the all-time high, which is the main target there. In terms of the flag, that's pretty peachy. So I'm very happy with that. So the buy signal is obviously long since made target. So we shall see, but that's looking extremely promising. Looking at the SPX chart, obviously, we haven't reached the daily upper band yet, but we are making good progress. In terms of the hourly chart, we have made it up to a retest of the prior high up here, and you can see that on the 15-minute chart. So the high yesterday was at 69.48, and the previous high, all-time high, was 69.45. So that's a new all-time high, sorted. In terms of Qs, we are moving away from the daily upper band. We are nowhere near the the daily middle band. We're nowhere near the daily upper band, but we don't necessarily need to reach that. In terms of the pattern here, this is a flag with a target up here at 636. Now, that 636 that would be an all-time high. That is potentially doable. So the overall flag here, we basically reached pretty much the trendline resistance there yesterday. Is it going to break up? It hasn't broken up yet. And this is one scenario I've been considering is that we might fail here and then head down to the support here. This looks like we're going to see a decision today. If we see a break up from here, that gives us a target. That gives us a bull flag channel target that actually is breaking up towards a target at 636. So that's going to be the first thing I'm looking at this morning. This is a very, very important resistance test. So we will see. But if we get a break over, then we do have a target at 636, and I'll be leaning towards that being made. In terms of Dia, we are getting pretty close to the 3SD upper band here. On the hourly chart, we've got negative divergence on both the RSI 14 and the RSI 5. This is looking vulnerable to some retracement for sure here. So we shall see. Obviously, the flag target is broken up and it has long since made it. I am looking here at the resistance trend line from the April high. And I'm wondering if that might be reached. And it is potentially in range. And let's have a quick look. I'll just extend that for you. That's where it is. Up in about the 497 area maybe. So that, if we're going to see a new all-time high on the Qs, that is in range. So that's what I would be looking for there. Okay, let's have a look at the DX chart. Now, DX, we're still obviously in the inflection point. We're still trying to break up from this double bottom. We saw a pullback here, and then we retraced most of that. I'm thinking this has got a decent shot at breaking up and making these targets here. We do have a fair amount of support. USD, we've got a nice looking double top, which is trying to break down. GBP USD, we've got a nice looking double top. Hasn't broken down yet, but if it does, that would certainly be very supportive. USD JPY, this does look like a bullish consolidation setting up a retest of this high, which would fit with a DX breakup. USD CAD, this was more supportive when we hadn't made the IHS target, which of course we have made now. We could be forming a larger reversal pattern to go higher, but I'm not certain about that yet. We do have a 60-minute sell signal fixed. Australian dollar, potential double top, NZ. Watching, we've got a small double bottom here, which has broken up. Bigger picture, we've got a sizable double top, which may well be about to break down, or we could be forming a head and shoulders, right shoulder, which again would be bearish. Although the only ones that really matter in terms of the DX chart are the Euro, GBP, and USD JPY, which are about, I think this is about 57% on Euro of the DX index, and GBP USD is about 8%, and I think USD JPY is about 9%. So we shall see how that goes. ZB, we're seeing a bit of a rally here. I'm skeptical about this lasting, but I would note that we've got a potential inverted head shoulders forming here. This would be the left shoulder low here. This would be the right shoulder low here. This is a viable IHS. Doesn't mean it needs to break up and make target, but it is a viable IHS. So I am watching this, and if we see a sustained breakup over 116.08, then that would have a target somewhere up here in about the 117.26 to 118 area. So watching that with interest. This is counter trend, really, I think, but we shall see. All right, ZN. This is a triangle, and if it's going to continue being a triangle, then we're going to find resistance up here in about the 112.24 area. So if we get up there, and it looks as though we might hit that today, that's the area I will be watching. All right, let's have a look at CL, where we had a sell signal yesterday, which delivered in fine style and got us down almost to a retest of this low. On HO, we made a lower low here, and I think this means that on the bigger picture chart, we're close to or actually retesting the low here. We will see. RBOB, still basically got this double bottom here, but we had this little IHS broke up and failed. That could deliver a retest of the low, but we've still got the double bottom, and I'm still watching that to see if it's going to deliver anything. NG, I've got a couple of tiny patterns here which I haven't marked in. We've got a little double bottom breaking up here with the target at about the 3.68 area. Tiny buy signal. So we're seeing a bit of a rally here. The key thing is this going to be a double bottom or not? So we're in an inflection point here. We either reverse back up fairly hard towards this double bottom resistance in about the 418 area, or we continue down. So we will see how it goes. GC, we got a weak 6-minute sell signal fix. I guess it's getting pretty close to the possible near miss target. We have an IHS here, which is broken up with a target in the 45.50 area. I'm expecting that to make target, but we might see a bit of retracement first. SI has actually, this broke up from this flag and with a target at a retest the high, and it has retested the high. We've got a potential low top here, 60-minute sell signal fixed, and that's reaching the possible near miss target too. 60-minute sell signal fixed on Palladium after a shaky start. The first one failed, and we're seeing a bit of a pullback here. I'm watching the IHS. As long as it stays above the right shoulder low here, then this IHS remains valid. On platinum, we've got an IHS which is broken up with a target at this high, seeing a bit of a pullback. This 6-minute sell signal is in the possible near miss target area already. HG retested the high as expected. This looks like a little bull flag forming. I'm expecting to see at least a retest of this high. 60-minute sell signal fixed there as well. So we're fighting a few sell signals here, but we're not seeing any really big retracements, and we've not done any technical damage. Right, KC, this looked like it was forming a large bear flag, but that is not the case. We've seen a breakup here. So I'm going to be looking at that on the bigger picture tonight in considering where that leaves the next target, but this looked as though it was going to resume the downtrend. I'm not sure that's the case anymore. SB, this looks like an overall bear flag forming still. CC, this now looks like an overall flag forming. This double bottom has failed. This looks like a bull flag, and chances are that's what it is. CT has broken up from the double bottom here with a target in the 66.8 to 67 area. Nice back test with the broken resistance. No current divergence. Lumber, this is either a bear flag. Well, basically, I think this is a bear flag which is broken down. It's just a bit messy. Looking for a retest of this low here in about the 557 area, and probably continuation down. Corn, still watching this potential double bottom, which is looking potentially promising so far. Double bottom resistance is 525. If we were to see a sustained break up from it, the target would be at about the 545 to 550 area. Looking at corn, seeing a bit of a rally off this three-touch trend line. I do not have a good feel for where the obvious trend line would be, but I would be looking potentially for resistance in about the 453 area, 453 and a quarter. On soy, potential bottoming action, 6-minute sell signal was formed, rapidly made possible near miss target, and is probably done. ZL, still looks like a bear flag forming. Live cattle has still broken up, but not done a great deal since. HE, still got a potential level top here. All right, let's have a look at questions. All right. Okay, in that case, no questions. That's where we are today. We've got a bullish leaning day today, and I'm expecting that to deliver. I'm thinking we've got a good chance of making certainly a very good chance of making the possible, a retest the all-time high on IWM. And I'm thinking if we see a break up from that flag on Qs, that will give me a firm target to retest the all-time high there too. Slightly more skeptical about that. Qs have been very weak, but we shall see. All right, everyone take care, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.